In a certain place there is a wealthy elderly blind man who lives alone in an abandoned city. Isn't he the perfect target for a crime like robbery? He's old and blind. The likelihood of him resisting is very small, or even realizing that his house is being robbed seems impossible. This thought also occurs to three young Detroit delinquents who work as thieves. Let's take a look at their robbery attempt on the house of the blind old man. This man is a war veteran enjoying his retirement. A man named Money knows that the man has a lot of money in his house because he received compensation and a settlement due to the death of his daughter, who was killed in a car accident. There are rumors that the money is stored in the basement. Armed with a brief observation, Money invites Rocky and Alex to join this robbery. The idea arises out of boredom and Money's frustration with their small-scale robberies that don't yield much money. He doesn't know much about the old man who will be their target. The sole motivation for planning this robbery is the lure of the money, which Money believes will be substantial enough to share with Rocky and Alex. Rocky, who receives an invitation from her boyfriend, immediately agrees. She already plans that if they succeed in getting the money, she will take her younger sister to California and live there. Rocky wants to escape from her abusive mother and her alcoholic boyfriend since her father's death. Meanwhile, Alex, who secretly has feelings for Rocky, reluctantly follows Money's plan because he wants to ensure that Rocky stays safe. Eventually, when the young trio arrives at the area near the blind old man's house, Rocky and Alex wait in the car while Money observes the house. He identifies a potential entry point. After feeling confident, Money returns to the car where Rocky and Alex are waiting. However, they are startled by a fierce dog. The dog's aggressive behavior scares them, especially since they know it belongs to the blind man. Money quickly starts the car and leaves the location. They plan to carry out the robbery at night when the blind man is asleep. They return to Detroit to prepare their equipment and come back to the old man's house around 2 a.m. However, their plan hits a snag. The front door is securely locked with 4 keys and a slot. Money is impatient and unsure how to proceed without waking the homeowner. They decide to try the side entrance, but there's another problem. A dog is there, the same one that had barked earlier. The trio doesn't want to risk getting bitten or facing other dangers, so Money decides to drug the dog with a mixture of food and a sedative. The tranquilizer works quickly, and within seconds the dog is sound asleep in front of its kennel. Money then bypasses the fence, followed by Alex and Rocky. They assume the side door will be easier to open, but it's just as secure with multiple locks. The challenge begins. Seeing that there was almost no other way to enter, Rocky finally took the initiative to go through the bathroom window. The window was very small, and it seemed that only Rocky could fit through it. Initially, Alex objected, fearing something might happen to her if she entered first. However, Rocky assured him that nothing bad would occur. Her effort paid off as she managed to get inside the house. She disabled the security alarm, unlocked the door for Money and Alex, and the three of them began exploring the first floor. They searched from room to room, looking for the safe containing the money. However, they found nothing. There was one locked door leading to the basement, but forcing it open would surely wake the homeowner. At that moment, Money decided to drug the blind man first. He went upstairs to the second floor, prepared a smoke gas bottle, and placed it in the room where the blind man slept. The tension was palpable as Money moved silently. Suddenly, the blind man woke up, wanting to turn off the television. Money froze in fear. However, the blind man eventually returned to his sleeping position. The gas bottle placed near the door. Money slipped out and quietly returned to the first floor. Now, they needed to open the basement door. Initially, Money tried using a crowbar, but it proved too difficult. Alex asked if there was another tool they could use, and Money pulled out a gun, a reliable item that never failed. Alex was terrified. He didn't want to be involved in a big problem because Money had brought a gun. Alex decided to leave the house, abandoning Money and Rocky. Surprisingly, Alex's decision turned out to be wiser than sticking with Money. Shortly after Money successfully opened the basement door with the gun, the blind man woke up and discovered them in the living room. Instead of being helpless, the blind man cornered Money and asked who had come. Seeing Rocky's fear, Money claimed he was alone. The situation reversed when the blind man disarmed Money, took the gun, and killed him. Horrified, Rocky hid in a closet, fearing for her life. Meanwhile, Alex, who hadn't left the property, heard gunshots. He re-entered the house, saw the blind man locking the exit door, and closed the bathroom window. Alex, hiding in the bathroom, received a message from Rocky, asking for help to get out of the closet. When Alex arrived to assist her, they both witnessed the blind man opening a safe in the closet. Now, Alex and Rocky had to be cautious. Not only did the blind man prove dangerous, but he was also incredibly strong. Unaware that money had come with others, the blind man likely assumed there were no other intruders in his home. However, this assumption wouldn't last long. Although the old man is blind, he possesses heightened senses of hearing and smell. When the blind man discovers a pair of shoes left behind by money, he also detects the scent of Rocky's shoes. Panic sets in as he realizes there's another intruder. He checks his empty safe, which Rocky has already emptied. Frustrated, he sits alone in the living room. Unbeknownst to Rocky and Alex, there's a girl held captive by the blind man in the basement. This girl, Cindy, accidentally killed the blind man's daughter in a car accident. As Rocky and Alex continue their search, the blind man suddenly awakens, having heard the noise. Meanwhile, in the basement, Alex urges Rocky to leave Cindy behind and escape. Rocky refuses. She wants to save the unfortunate girl. The trio eventually finds the basement exit, but the blind man is waiting for them. He shoots, grazing Alex's ear, hitting Rocky's phone, and fatally wounding Cindy. Alex and Rocky are trapped once more. The blind man extinguishes the basement lights, leaving them fumbling in the dark. Alex nearly gets caught, but he manages to escape. The two of them came out of the basement only to see another danger. The dog that had been drugged is now awake. Alex tries to calm the dog down while Rocky tries to open the exit door. Unfortunately, before Rocky succeeds, the blind man reappears. His reawakened dog chases Alex, who runs to the second floor. Rocky follows, but they become trapped. Alex suggests the air vent as an escape route, while he distracts the blind man. Unfortunately, Alex is shot and falls from the second floor. The shot didn't kill Alex, but it did restrict his movements. Now the blind man is after him. Alex just has to wait for the end to come. A fight breaks out between the two before Alex collapses. The blind man tries to kill him by stabbing him with a pair of grass clippers, but because he can't see, the stab he thought would hit Alex actually hits Money's body. So Alex can still survive. Rocky is still trying to escape through the vents, but the blind man catches her, takes the money Rocky has stolen, and knocks her unconscious. When Rocky regains consciousness in the basement, she finds that she has taken Cindy's place. Her body is bound, and her hands are cuffed. Rocky then realizes that the blind man has gone completely mad after losing his daughter. He reveals that Cindy is pregnant with his child, and promises to release her after she gives birth. Now the blind man intends to replace Rocky in his twisted plans. Alex, who has regained his strength, devises a plan to save Rocky. He waits in the basement, biding his time until the blind man lets his guard down and then launches his attack. Alex managed to immobilize the blind man briefly, but after freeing Rocky, he handcuffed the blind man and left him in the basement. Alex assumed that they would agree not to report his actions as long as he and Rocky escaped. However, this assumption proved wrong. The old man shot Alex as soon as they opened the front door. Alex is killed. Rocky, terrified, tried to flee. She reached Money's car, but her bag was left outside, pulled away by the dog. Rocky couldn't leave her bag behind, knowing it contained the money. She devised a plan to trap the dog inside the car, successfully locking it in. However, just as she thought she was safe, the blind man captured her again and dragged her back into the house. In her desperation, Rocky noticed a ladybug on her hand, reminding her of courage and safety. She saw the security alarm remote and pressed the button, alerting the police. Seizing the opportunity, Rocky attacked the blind man, causing him to fall into the basement. Believing him dead, she fled with the stolen money, nearly $1 million. Rocky decided to start a new life with her sister in California. While waiting at the airport, she saw news about the blind man's house. Shockingly, he survived and was in stable condition. The media only reported an attempted robbery, unaware of the kidnapping and murders. The blind man's statement felt like a serious threat to Rocky. While holding her sister's hand, Rocky hurried away, and the film ends. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Because by subscribing, you have supported me to make better videos. See you in the next video.